stop for a moment, because your younger twin flame is reaching a place where hiding this connection no longer feels possible. Love Arcana Vault is open, and the first card stepping forward is the Three of Cups. But listen closely, because we are not using this as fortune telling. We are using this card as a mirror, a symbol, a doorway into the emotional pattern moving through this connection. The Three of Cups carries the image of raised glasses, shared emotion, reunion, acknowledgement, and joy that no longer wants to stay hidden. In this reading, it feels like your younger twin flame has been carrying a private celebration inside their heart. Something about you makes them feel alive, seen, inspired, and emotionally awakened. But until now, they may have kept that feeling behind closed doors. They may have smiled privately when thinking of you. They may have replayed conversations. They may have watched your energy from a distance. They may have wanted to tell someone, but stopped themselves. But here is where everything begins to change. The Three of Cups is not a lonely card. It lifts the cup and says, this feeling wants to be witnessed. And that is exactly what is happening inside your younger twin flame. They want to be seen choosing you. Not dramatically, not recklessly, not for performance, but sincerely. And what they have not told you yet is this hiding you has started to feel like betraying their own heart. And from that private ache, the Fool now steps forward, showing the part of them that wants to move, but still fears the first real step. Not as a prediction, not as a promise that everything will suddenly become easy, but as a symbol of the part of your younger twin flame that is standing at the edge of a decision, looking at the unknown, feeling the pull, and still wondering if they have enough courage to take the step. Because this is the truth of their hiding. It has not only been about you, it has been about who they become when they choose you openly. The Fool carries that feeling of standing before a new path without a full map, and that is exactly where this person has been emotionally. They may have wanted this connection, they may have felt the joy of it, the warmth of it, the secret excitement of it. But when it came to making it real, when it came to letting this connection have a name, a place, a presence in their life, something inside them froze. Not because their feelings were small, because the step felt big. Your younger twin flame may have hidden this connection because they were afraid that once they admitted what you mean to them, they would no longer be able to act careless. They would no longer be able to hide behind youth, timing, confusion, or the excuse of not knowing what they want. Making this official would mean they have to become accountable for the energy they have been giving you. And listen closely, because this is where their silence starts to reveal itself. Some of their hiding has been fear of judgment. They may have wondered what people would say. They may have worried that others would look at the age difference and reduce something deeply emotional into something shallow, strange, or misunderstood. They may have feared being judged as naive, too young, too impulsive, or not mature enough to know their own heart. But here is the part they have not fully admitted yet. They have also been afraid that you would see their uncertainty too clearly. You may feel emotionally deeper than what they are used to. You may carry yourself with a kind of awareness that makes games feel obvious. And this person knows, somewhere inside, that they cannot come toward you with half-truths and expect your soul not to notice. So they hid. They hid behind casual energy, behind mixed signals, behind silence that looked calm on the outside, but was not calm inside them at all. The Fool shows this person at the beginning of emotional maturity. Not empty, not careless in the way they may appear, but untested, learning, standing before love and realizing that desire is easy compared to responsibility. Because wanting you privately has been one thing, choosing you openly is another. And that is the bridge they have been afraid to cross. But this connection keeps calling them forward. They are beginning to understand that hiding does not protect them from fear. It only keeps them trapped inside it. They want to choose you, and their fear is starting to lose its power over that desire. As that fear begins to loosen, the Hierophant comes through to show that this connection has already become more serious inside them than they have allowed anyone to see. Not to make this connection feel heavy, not to turn love into a rulebook, but to show the part of your younger twin flame that is starting to understand the difference between feeling something deeply and honoring it properly. Because this is where everything gets more honest. The Hierophant holds the energy of recognition, devotion, structure, and the quiet question of what something means when it is no longer kept only in the hidden chambers of the heart. And for your younger twin flame, this card feels like the private place where they have already been treating you as someone significant, even before they had the courage to say it out loud. They may not have called it official. They may not have given it a name. They may not have told the world, or even told you clearly, but inside them, this connection has not been casual. This is not small inside them. They have been choosing you in ways that may have looked invisible from the outside. Checking your energy. Looking for signs of how you feel. Remembering the tone of something you said. Holding on to details that someone casual would have forgotten. Noticing your silence. Feeling unsettled when your warmth pulls back, even slightly. They may have acted like they were fine, but their energy has been watching the doorway. When there is distance, this person feels it more than they admit. They may try to distract themselves. They may talk to other people. They may fill the room with noise, movement, plans, or conversations. But then, quietly, their thoughts return to you, and not in a passing way, in a way that interrupts them, because you have become a reference point in their heart. They compare energies now. They compare how it feels to speak to someone else versus how it feels to speak to you. They compare attention with connection. They compare surface comfort with soul recognition. And even when they do not want to admit it, your presence has made other things feel less complete. That is part of why the Hierophant is here. This card reveals the private devotion beneath the public silence. It shows the hidden seriousness that has been forming under the surface. Your younger twin flame may have been quiet, but quiet does not always mean empty. Sometimes quiet means someone is realizing that what they feel has consequences. Sometimes quiet means someone is trying to understand why one person has become so difficult to replace. And you have become difficult to replace. Not because you forced yourself into their life, not because you chased, not because you demanded, but because something about your energy stayed with them. They may have imagined what it would feel like to bring you closer, to speak about you without hiding, to include you without hesitation, to stop keeping separate rooms inside their life, one for what they show people and one for what they secretly feel. And listen closely because this part matters. The Hierophant is showing that your younger twin flame is beginning to think in terms of meaning, not just emotion. They are asking themselves what this connection deserves. They are asking themselves whether they can keep receiving your energy without giving you clarity. They are asking themselves whether private feelings are enough when the heart is asking for something more respectful. They may not have said it, but their energy has been moving from curiosity into attachment, moving from attraction into reverence, moving from hidden longing into the awareness that love needs a place to stand. But here is where the tension rises, because the more they privately choose you, the more painful it becomes to keep you undefined. And somewhere inside, your younger twin flame is beginning to realize that if they do not act soon, you may stop waiting in the same way. That realization opens the door for death, not as a loss of love, but as the end of the old pattern that kept this connection suspended in silence. Not as an ending in the way people fear it, not as something dark arriving to take love away, but as a symbol of the old pattern collapsing, the old silence losing its shape, and the old version of this connection no longer being able to survive because something has changed in you. This is the part that may confirm what you have been sensing. You may still care. You may still feel this person. You may still have a soft place in your heart for your younger twin flame, but you are not standing in the same emotional position anymore. You are not as open to confusion as you once were. You are not as willing to keep offering warmth into a space where they keep hiding behind uncertainty, and this does not feel cold. It feels sacred. It feels like self-protection. It feels like your soul quietly saying, I can love you, but I cannot keep disappearing inside your fear. That shift is being felt by this person. Your younger twin flame may not know exactly how to name it, but they can sense that your energy is different. Maybe you are responding less quickly. Maybe your tone has become softer but more contained. Maybe you are no longer reaching for clarity in the same way. Maybe you are no longer trying to read every small sign, every pause, every hidden message, every emotional breadcrumb. And that is creating pressure inside them. Because before, they may have believed they had more time. They may have believed you would keep feeling them, keep understanding them, keep making space for their fear. Keep waiting while they learned how to be brave. But death is showing that the waiting version of this connection is beginning to transform. Not because the love is gone, because the old dynamic cannot continue. Your younger twin flame is starting to understand something they cannot ignore. If they keep hiding, they may not only hide the connection, they may lose access to the part of you that once made them feel safe enough to stay silent, and that realization reaches them deeply. This person is not only afraid of judgment now, there is a new fear rising in them, the fear that you may protect your peace before they find their courage. The fear that your heart may remain loving, but no longer available to be kept in the shadows. The fear that the door they kept standing outside of may not stay open forever. Death is not punishing them. It is awakening them. It is showing your younger twin flame that something must be released if something real is going to grow. The games have to end. The silence has to change. The hidden affection has to become honest, or it has to be left behind. And this is why the next movement may not come as another hidden sign. It may come through a real conversation, a clearer confession, or a visible change in behavior. From that pressure, the Nine of Wands steps forward, carrying the energy of someone tired from fear, but still gathering enough courage to face the truth. Not as a sign that this person is giving up, not as a sign that the connection is too damaged to move, but as a symbol of someone who has been through an inner battle with their own fear and is still standing at the edge of the truth. This card carries exhaustion, guardedness, courage, and the final breath before someone decides whether they will keep hiding or finally step forward. And that is exactly where your younger twin flame is. They are not approaching this casually anymore. Even if they still look quiet, even if they still seem guarded, even if they still have not said the words you have been waiting to hear, inside, this person is rehearsing something. They are turning sentences over in their mind. They are thinking about how to begin. They are wondering how to explain why they held back without making it sound like an excuse. Because they know you deserve clarity. They know hidden affection is no longer enough. They know love cannot keep asking you to guess. The Nine of Wands shows someone who has been wounded by their own hesitation. They may have wanted to come forward before, but stopped themselves. They may have typed something and erased it. They may have imagined a conversation with you, then convinced themselves it was not the right time. They may have waited for a perfect opening, a perfect mood, a perfect sign that they would not be rejected. But perfection has become another hiding place. And listen closely because this part matters. Your younger twin flame is beginning to realize that courage does not mean they will feel completely ready. Courage means they stop letting fear make every decision for them. It means they speak even if their voice shakes. It means they admit the truth even if they do not have every answer. It means they stop acting like silence is safer than honesty. This person may be trying to prepare themselves emotionally before they come toward you. They may be asking, how do I tell them I was scared? How do I admit I cared more than I showed? How do I prove that being younger does not mean my heart is shallow? How do I show them that I am serious now? And this is the pressure they are feeling. They do not want to come in recklessly. They do not want to say something big and then fail to support it with action. They do not want to make this official in words only, then leave you feeling alone inside the connection again. The Nine of Wands is showing that they are tired, but they are not done. They are afraid, but they are not as willing to run. They are guarded, but the wall is no longer protecting them. It is separating them from the one person they actually want closer. So the next question becomes deeper. What does official really mean here? And now the Ten of Pentacles arrives to answer that question with something grounded, steady, and real. Not as something loud, not as a fantasy being placed over this connection, but as a symbol of what happens when love is no longer treated like a secret room, but begins to look for a foundation. Because official in this connection does not only mean a title, it means stability. It means being included. It means this person stops making you feel like you have to guess where you stand. The Ten of Pentacles carries the energy of something that wants to last, something that wants a place in the real world, something that cannot survive forever as only a feeling. And for your younger twin flame, this card is showing the difference between private longing and visible choice. They may have felt you deeply in silence. They may have chosen you privately many times. They may have carried your energy in places where no one else could see it. But now, that is no longer enough. Because making this official means they begin to understand that love needs a home. Not always a physical home, not always a perfect future already planned out, but an emotional home. A place where this connection is not constantly pushed into the shadows when life becomes complicated. This person wants to stop pretending. They want to stop hiding. They want to stop acting like the safest thing is to keep you unnamed, unclaimed, or emotionally suspended. And listen closely because this part matters. Official may come through a direct conversation. It may come through clearer intentions. It may come through them finally admitting what they have been holding back. It may come through consistency, through showing up, through no longer disappearing when the connection becomes too real. It may come through the way they begin to include you in their life instead of keeping you separate from it. But whatever form it takes, the deeper meaning is the same. They want you to know you matter. They want you to feel that this connection has weight. They want you to understand that their heart has moved beyond curiosity, beyond secret desire, beyond the hidden comfort of knowing you're there, because you do not need to chase clarity. You do not need to beg someone to see your worth. You do not need to keep proving that this connection is real while they quietly benefit from your love. This connection asks for honesty, not performance, not drama, not a perfect declaration that fixes everything in one moment, just honesty that becomes action. Your younger twin flame is realizing that making this official is not about owning you. It is about honoring you. It is about saying, through words and behavior, you are not just a secret feeling to me. You are not someone I only reach for when I feel safe. You are not someone I can keep in the dark while my heart keeps returning to you. They want to stop pretending. They want to stop delaying. They want to stop making something sacred feel uncertain. They do not just want to feel this connection anymore. They want to stand in it,